In life, we often face a conflict between chasing fleeting pleasures and striving for something deeper, something more meaningful. It's a conflict that shapes our destinies because the choices we make in these moments define who we become. You see, there's an undeniable allure in the pursuit of things that promise instant gratification, the easy win, the short-term pleasure, easily, squanted temptingly, and with little or no pleasure. But here's where I think excellence lies 99.9% of the time beyond a win. But if we are to truly grow, if we are to leave a mark on this world, we must direct our efforts not at the temporary, but at the eternal, the things that truly matter. We are not here to wander aimlessly in search of momentary satisfactions. We are here to build, to grow, and to achieve. There is no greater pursuit than that which involves building something of substance, something that speaks to who we are and what we stand for. It's far too easy to become distracted by the trivialities of life, to get caught up in the pursuit of external validation and empty pleasures. This can lead us all the way to foolish selfishness. But let's take a step back and ask ourselves, what are we truly chasing? Is it fleeting admiration, the shallow praise of others? Or is it something deeper, something that will define us in the long run? A man or woman who spends their time chasing the approval of others, indulging in temporary pleasures, will always be in a state of dissatisfaction. It's not that these things are inherently wrong or bad. Pleasure is a part of life, and we are meant to enjoy it. But when we allow it to define us, when we let it take center stage and become the driving force in our lives, we stray from our true purpose. We lose sight of what we can truly achieve. Chase goals, not girls, or as I would phrase it, chase meaning, not distractions. We must not lose sight of our purpose in the face of the noise of this world. There's a quote by Viktor Frankl that speaks profoundly to this. Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how. It's the why that gives us the strength to endure, to overcome obstacles, and to keep pushing forward when the path gets tough. When you have a purpose, when you have a goal that means something to you, nothing can deter you from it. Life may throw challenges your way, but with your focus on what truly matters, you will find a way to move forward. Contrast that with the person who lives only for the next momentary high, the next pleasure, the next distraction. They are constantly shifting from one thing to the next, never finding fulfillment because they never commit to anything meaningful. Their lives are like ships drifting in the wind, carried away with every gust, going wherever it takes them. But a person with a goal is like a ship with a destination, navigating through stormy seas with a clear vision in their mind. They are not swayed by the temporary distractions. They are not thrown off course by fleeting temptations. They know where they are headed and they move forward with determination. The pursuit of meaningful goals requires sacrifice. It requires us to give up the comfort of easy pleasures in exchange for the challenges that will make us stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. It's easy to be complacent, to sit back and allow life to happen to us, to let others dictate the terms of our existence. But when we actively chase our goals, we take control of our lives. We create our own destiny. We push beyond the limits of what we thought was possible. Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. This powerful sentiment encourages us to carve out our own way, to follow the road less traveled and to make it our own. We must stop waiting for things to happen to us and instead go out and make things happen. You see, the process of chasing meaningful goals is not just about the end result. It's about the person you become along the way. It's about building your character, your strength, and your resilience. Every step you take toward your goal is a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. When you set out to achieve something significant, you are forced to confront your weaknesses, to challenge your limitations, and to push past them. It's through this process of growth and self-discovery that you become the best version of yourself. The journey itself is transformative. When we focus on long-term, meaningful goals, we learn the art of perseverance. We learn patience. We learn that success doesn't come overnight, but through consistent, deliberate effort. There is no shortcut to true achievement. If you want something that truly matters, something that will last, you have to be willing to work for it. You have to be willing to put in the time, to make sacrifices, choices and to stay committed to the process, even when it gets difficult. This is the difference between chasing after temporary pleasures and chasing after meaningful goals. The fleeting pleasures may offer a quick burst of happiness, but they cannot sustain you. They cannot fulfill you in the way that the pursuit of a meaningful goal can. When you are working towards something that is important to you, something that aligns with your values and purpose, you experience a deep, enduring satisfaction that no short-term distraction can provide. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with distractions, with messages that tell us what we should want and what will make us happy. But if we allow ourselves to be consumed by these external pressures, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. We must learn to tune out the noise and focus on the goals that will shape our future. We must learn to prioritize what is important and to stop being swayed by the superficial temptations that surround us. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you chose to chase goals, not distractions? What would your life look like if you invested your time and energy in things that truly matter? You have the power to shape your future. You have the ability to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and impact. But it starts with the decision to focus on what truly matters. It starts with choosing to chase goals that will elevate you, challenge you, and make you better. The pursuit of goals is not easy. It requires discipline, hard work, and resilience. But it is also the path to true fulfillment. It is the path to becoming the person you were meant to be. And when you focus on those meaningful pursuits, everything else will fall into place. Your life will take on a new meaning, and you will find a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. So I ask you, are you ready to stop chasing fleeting distractions and start chasing the goals that will truly define you? Are you ready to take control of your future and build a life worth living? The choice is yours. Too often we find ourselves caught in the moment, distracted by the rush of everyday life, responding to the demands of the present without a clear sense of the future. We chase the things that are right in front of us, thinking they will bring us satisfaction, only to realize later that they were nothing more than fleeting pleasures. This is the danger of living in a world that prioritizes instant gratification. And moment by moment become more vacant and helpful, less useful, and less happy than we think they can be. We tend to avoid misery and discomfort to drive a perpetual to-do list. We're taught that happiness is immediate, that it's found in the next thing, the next thrill, the next temporary high. But if we're honest with ourselves, we know that these moments, while enjoyable, don't last. True fulfillment, the kind that nourishes the soul and leaves us with something substantial, is found not in the present moment, but in investing in our future. When we choose to focus on the long term, when we make the decision to invest in something that will shape our future, we are essentially taking control of our destiny. The actions we take today set the stage for the person we will become tomorrow. This is not just a theory, this is a principle that has shaped the lives of countless successful individuals throughout history. The idea is simple, yet powerful. What you build today, what you invest in now, will determine your tomorrow. You cannot afford to let the present moment dictate your future. You must be intentional about your actions, about where you direct your energy, and about what you decide is worth your time. There's a simple but profound truth. What you sow, you will reap. It's a law of nature, a truth that transcends time and culture. If you sow the seeds of hard work, discipline, and perseverance today, you will reap the fruits of success tomorrow. But if you sow the seeds of short-term pleasure, indulgence, and distractions, you will find yourself in the same place, year after year, without progress, without growth. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of today's demands, but if you do, you'll wake up one day, years from now, with nothing to show for it. And it's in those moments of realization that the regret sets in. I could have done more. I should have focused on what mattered. The question we must ask ourselves then is, what are we investing in? Are we investing in the present with all its fleeting distractions, or are we making the choices today that will shape a better tomorrow? The decision to invest in our future is not a one-time event. It's a daily choice. It's found in the small actions we take, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, in the sacrifices we make in the name of something greater. True success, the kind that stands the test of time, is built through consistent, deliberate effort. It doesn't come come from overnight achievement or shortcuts. It comes from the simple yet profound decision to stay focused on the bigger picture, even when the small pleasures of the present try to pull us away. There's an undeniable truth about the human experience. We are all tempted by the easy path. We are all drawn to comfort, to pleasure, to the things that require the least amount of effort. But we also know deep down that these things don't build anything lasting. They may offer temporary relief, but they don't shape the person we want to become. It's easy to indulge in distractions. It's easy to give in to the demands of the present. But the cost of doing so is the future that could have been shaped by the choices you make today. If you are serious about achieving anything meaningful in life, you must be willing to invest in your future. This means sacrificing the comfort of the present in exchange for the rewards of the future. It means choosing long-term goals over short-term pleasures, choosing discipline over indulgence, and choosing growth over stagnation. The rewards of this kind of investment are not always immediately visible, but they are real. They are tangible, and they will come. It is the investment in your future that allows you to build something that lasts. Think of it as planting seeds today that will one day grow into something magnificent. The process is slow, but the results are worth it. You may not see the fruit of your labor right away, but if you keep planting, if you keep working, if you keep making the right decisions, your future will be shaped by your effort. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that will he also reap. This principle is at the heart of every success story. But we must be careful because the world is filled with distractions that seek to pull us away from our goals. The temptations are everywhere. The quick fix, the easy solution, the immediate pleasure. They promise to make us feel good in the moment, but they rarely lead to anything lasting. The path to true fulfillment is not found in chasing after these distractions. It's found in focusing on what truly matters, on the long-term goals that will shape your life, your career, and your legacy. The good news is that it's never too late to start investing in your future. It's never too late to make the decision to change your focus, to shift your energy, and to start building something that will last. But the key is this: you must start now. You must stop putting off tomorrow what you can begin today. The world will always try to distract you, to pull you in different directions. But the choice is yours. Will you invest in the future, or will you let the distractions of the present determine your path? The decision is yours. In the end, the question is simple. Do you want to live a life of regret, or do you want to live a life of purpose and achievement? The answer lies in the choices you make today. It's not about what feels good in the moment. It's about what will matter in the long run. Choose wisely. Invest in your future. The rewards, though delayed, are worth every bit of effort you put in today. And when you look back, you'll be glad you made the choice to focus on what truly matters. So start now. The future is waiting for you.